Nicole, you said Sam was on a business trip, right? Did he happen to mention how long he was going to be gone for?
Yep, he's gone all right. He just left for the airport about 30 minutes ago. As for how long he'll be gone, it's going to be a while. He said it could be as long as 3 weeks depending on how things go.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize he'd be away for that long. That must be tough for the two of you. I doubt he wanted to leave you when you're as pregnant as you are. You'd think his job wouldn't do that to him. If you ask me, it was pretty inconsiderate of them.
I'm not too upset about it. From what Sam told me, he was never supposed to be going. But there were some last-minute changes and he ended up going. But it shouldn't be a problem. He said he should at least be back by my due date. And as long as he's there for that, I'm not worried.
Are you sure you shouldn't be concerned about this? It's going to be hard without my son around. Especially since with how big of a help he's been to the both of us. It's going to be different without him around. I've gotten so used to living with him.
Sorry, I guess you're right. Things aren't going to be the same. I might need your help with a lot of things I asked Sam to do. He won't be able to do much while he's away. And with my due date getting close, I might not have the energy to do as much as I used to. I just hope it doesn't have to get between us. I'd hate it if you started holding a grudge against me.
It's fine, Nicole, really. I didn't mean to freak you out. I just was making sure you were ready for this. And you don't have to worry. I'm the one living with you two after all. You're both doing me a favor. I'm sure I can handle whatever is too much for you. I may be older, but I'm not dead yet.
Okay, that's good to hear. And I'll make sure to do whatever I can as well. Things will be different, but I'm sure we can handle it. We're not helpless without Sam.
I'm glad you feel that way. I didn't know if you were going to push all your work onto me. But I'm relieved to hear you aren't planning to slack off. We'll have plenty to do while he's gone. I have a few ideas. In fact, I've been holding back a lot with Sam around. There's been plenty of times I held my tongue because he was here. You could definitely be pulling your weight more, Nicole. And since we're alone, now is the perfect opportunity to change.
Oh, you wanted me to do more? I never knew you felt that way. You could have told me in private if you wanted to. Sorry you didn't feel comfortable saying your mind.
It's all right. I'm sure you thought you were doing plenty. It's not your fault I didn't tell you earlier. I mean, you are pregnant. You'll need plenty of energy for when the big day comes. But until then, you might want to consider getting more exercise in. You've been too inactive as of late. I've seen my fill of pregnant girls in my time. You'd be surprised how slim you can stay while still having a baby on board. Don't you think you could be a bit more active? You are a bit larger than what I'm used to seeing.
I suppose I might have been forgetting about watching my weight recently. I'll see what I can do.
Good. And this is just the beginning. There are a lot of things you can improve on while your husband is gone. I may be a bit older than you, but that's just given me the time to think of all sorts of ideas for the both of us.
Okay, just don't force me into labor by working me too hard. But there is something you should know. With how far along I am, I can't always keep up with things. Some days I just get tired out for no reason. It can be kind of stressful.
I'm sure you'll figure it out. Pregnancy is full of changes. That doesn't excuse your extra weight, though. You do look like you're carrying a bit of extra weight. And I'm not talking about your baby. You could start today by cleaning the floors. That should give you a good workout. What do you say?
When you say clean the floors, do you mean sweeping?
Not quite. I was thinking you'd get a brush and scrub the floors. They look like they could use a polish. Not only will that help the house look better, you burn a few calories while you're at it. And if you keep up that kind of work every day, you'd lose more weight than you might think.
Okay, I'll make sure to get that done. I'll let you know when I'm done so you can check on things.
Just keep in mind to not go too far. I don't need you passing out by the time you're done with your work. If you were to faint or something, it could mean bad news for your kid. That's the last thing I want. And if word got out to Sam something like that happened, he'd never let me hear the end of it.
Okay, I'll try not to go overboard then. Thanks for the advice. Let me know if there's anything else I should know. You seem to know a lot about this.
Oh, you have no idea. I've been waiting a long time to have someone to listen to my advice. If you keep this up and just keep in mind what I tell you, everything will be fine. Remember that. You do want to give birth to a healthy girl, right? Anyhow, I better get going. There are some things from the store I need to pick up. I'll see you when I get back. I'm looking forward to seeing the floors when they're done.
Sounds good. I'll see you then. Have a safe drive, Crystal. Crystal, it's Nicole. I was checking in with you to see how late you were coming back tonight. You said you were going out, but you never gave me a time when you'd be back. And I was also curious if you needed anything from the store. I'm stopping by later today. Did you want me to buy you something while I'm there?
If you're going shopping, then why don't you stop by the Mall Mart? It's pretty far, but I'm sure you can manage.
You mean the store that's over an hour away? I'm sorry, but I can't go that far. I'm not comfortable going that far away. I was thinking about going somewhere in town. I was actually planning to do my shopping at the local store close by. Is there something at the Mall Mart that you can't get around here?
It's not about them not having what I want. It's about quality. And Mall Mart not only has everything, their stuff is always fresh. What's the big deal if it takes more time? Are you in some sort of a hurry?
No, it's not that I'm in a hurry. It's just that it seems kind of unnecessary. There's plenty of different stores I could go to in town. I don't need to go that far for a simple shopping trip. It'd take me at least an hour and a half, and that doesn't even account for the actual shopping. Is there a reason you want me to go so far?
So you can get your exercise, of course. Don't you see this as a great opportunity? Did you know that you burn a good amount of calories by driving long distances? Not only that, you'll get to walk around the store after you get there. That's a lot of fat you could burn.
I know you're concerned about myself, but I don't know if this is the right approach to things. If I went to Mall Mart, I'd be gone for at least 3 hours. I'm planning to buy a lot from the store.
I don't see how that's an issue. Don't you want to lose some weight? So get moving, fatso! You'll only waste more time by messaging me all day.
Get moving?
Oh, that was just a joke. Don't take it seriously. I was just trying to lighten the mood. Although that doesn't mean that you can ignore my advice. You've been taking advantage of being pregnant more than you'd probably like to admit. You do realize that things are only going to get harder after you give birth, right? If you keep acting lazy like this, you're never going to succeed as a mother. Make sure to remember that.
If you think it's that important to get exercise, I'll get going then. I'll be heading to Mall Mart then. Tell me if there's anything you'd like for me to get for you.
I'm glad to hear that. While you're there, pick up lots of vegetables for us. They have lots of things with good prices, too. So make sure you buy lots of stuff. It's a great chance to get things you otherwise couldn't buy. We could use a new can opener. And why not some more light bulbs? I saw one in the kitchen that was out. Oh, and don't forget to buy some frozen steaks while you're there, too. They should sell some pretty good ones.
That was more than what I was expecting you'd want.
The more we buy, the more exercise you get. And you definitely could use it. You'll be lifting your girl every day once she's finally here. This is a chance to get ready for that. All of my friends could pull off having great figures even when they were pregnant. Are you saying you can't pull that off?
I'm not saying that. But I don't get why you keep on insisting that I get more exercise. I've done some research and I don't think I have any problems with my weight.
Then how can you explain all of that weight? You aren't really going to blame your pregnancy for everything, are you? I've never seen anyone as lazy as you when they were pregnant. And don't try saying I don't understand. I have a few friends that are doctors. I've learned a lot being pregnant. I probably know your body more than you do.
But don't you think this is because I'm in my final month? I think it's pretty common for most people to be like this when your due date is this close. I don't get why you think I'm overweight when I've been watching my weight as much as you have.
If you think you've been watching your weight, you're crazy. This is why I can't give you a break about this. I can't just let my son let his wife get fat while I'm living with you too. I'm not going to let you destroy your body. Are you not embarrassed? How do you think things are fine the way they are? If this is your idea of keeping things together, then things are going to fall apart when you finally get to meet your baby girl. So stop loafing around and lose some weight for once. I'm telling you this for your own good.
I understand, Crystal. I'll try to keep that in mind.
Don't think I'm the bad guy here either. This is for all of us. You'll only drag me and Sam down if you keep this up. Remember that your weight isn't your own business. There's more on the line here than you think.
I don't know why you're so obsessed with this.
Because this affects us as well. Your husband, me, and your child are all depending on you to get your crap together. And believe me, there isn't anyone more than me that wants you to give birth to a healthy baby girl. Well, you'd better get going. I'll stop talking so you can get on your way. This isn't all you're doing today. You still have to make dinner for both of us tonight. After that, maybe you could go on a walk. Use your free time to get as much exercise as you can.
I'll do what I can. I'll get on my way now.
Oh, that reminds me. Make sure you're not pigging out by yourself on the drive there. It'd only make all your hard work for nothing. Not that you'd be this fat if you had been working hard. So don't go picking up something on your way to the store. I'd know if you ate just by looking at you. Save the receipt for me too. I'll be double-checking everything just in case. If I see that you ate anything that you shouldn't be eating, we'll have to have another talk about this. Hey, Nicole. Mind telling me what you're doing right now? I've been trying to call you, but you won't even answer the phone. Care to explain yourself?
What do you want, Crystal? I'm a little busy at the moment.
It's about time you got back to me. How long did you plan to make me wait? Why would you keep me waiting this long? You know it's rude to keep an older woman waiting.
There wasn't time to get back with you.
There wasn't time? What, did you start working when I wasn't looking? I don't remember you ever having a job, Nicole. Did your weight start giving you memory problems? This is exactly why I told you to get out more. I knew you'd start letting yourself go if I didn't step up and ask you to change. And you forget your place, Nicole. I'm your mother-in-law. I have more priority than whatever else you're dealing with.
Wow, you really are mean, aren't you? I didn't realize things had gotten this bad. To think that Nicole was enduring all of this. I should have known something like this was going to happen.
Huh? Why are you referring to yourself in the third person? Have you finally lost it? I knew you weren't the brightest girl. Why else would you have gained so much weight? Don't worry, though. Just listen to what I'm telling you and everything will be all right. Anyways, get back home already. The sun is going to be down before long. What's taking you so long? Did you get lost at the store or something?
What do you mean I'm not the brightest girl? I think that's uncalled for.
Hey, don't get angry at me when you know it's true. If you don't like that, then you could try not being so stupid all the time.
I can't believe what I'm hearing from you. I've heard enough of this. If you have that to say to her, then don't worry. You aren't going to see her ever again.
Excuse me? Just what do you think you're telling me? I'll never see her again. Do you mean that I'm not going to see your daughter?
I'm talking about Nicole. I guess you didn't realize who you've been talking to, have you? I'm Haley, Nicole's mother. You've been talking to me since you started texting her today. I see you've had plenty of awful things to say about my daughter, Crystal.
Huh? Haley! But what are you doing with Nicole's phone? Did she go home to visit you when I wasn't paying attention? I don't get what's going on. Wait, you're just pulling my leg, aren't you, Nicole? Come on, you know what I said to you was for your own good. Now get back home already. You nearly gave me a heart attack, just barely.
This isn't a joke, Crystal. Nicole had a bad fall and is in the hospital as we speak. I'm with her right now. She's right beside me sleeping. She needs all the rest she can get.
She had a bad fall? So you're being serious then? I'm really talking to her mother then. This isn't some sort of prank.
What part of this looks like a prank to you? If it's that hard to believe, then you can call me. You'd know I'm her mother by the sound of my voice. In fact, why don't I call you right now? I have a lot of things I'd like to tell you.
You don't have to do that. I believe you. And I'm much more comfortable messaging you instead. So, if she fell, can you tell me exactly what happened? I'm kind of in the dark here on what took place.
Oh, I don't think so. I think you're very aware of what's going on. I dare to say I don't think there's a person who knows more about what happened to Nicole than you, Crystal. After all, I took a look at the messages that you were sending my daughter, and they painted me a rather clear picture. You've been pushing her to her limit when she's in her last month of pregnancy. That's what's been going on, right?
Whoa, let's not start blaming her injury on me. There's a lot more to the story than you're letting on. You have to know that Nicole agreed to everything that was going on. She was trying to watch her weight, you know. All I was doing was giving her a little advice to get her toward her desired weight. There was no ill will from me. I know it might look bad, but I wasn't forcing her to do anything. She did everything because she wanted to.
Then how do you explain the several times in her messages where she was saying no, and you still pressured her to do what you say? I can see a string of messages here where she was saying she wasn't feeling so well. And yet, you called her lazy and said she'd never be a good mother if she kept this up. I can see you didn't feel like giving her a break, did you? So tell me, what exactly were you doing if you weren't forcing her to do everything you told her?
Come on, you know how people like her are. They don't understand what people like you and me have gone through. People like us had to do so much when we were pregnant. They can't understand what we went through. And everything I did was for her sake. I think you know as well as I do she needed the exercise.
There are ways to stay in shape while pregnant, but what you did to her was uncalled for. You can't just force her to do whatever you want her to. You didn't even care that she was sick the other day. And what does the past have to do with my daughter? The reason they call it the past is because it was different back then. It doesn't mean you can force her to suffer just because you did. How can you tell me you didn't make her listen to you when you'll verbally abuse her every time she said no?
You have to see that I had good intentions. What I suggested to her was because I thought it'd help her develop as a person.
I can't know for sure what it was like to be her, but I know you were abusing your position. It's clear as day if you just look at the messages you sent. What were you thinking? Forcing her to do all that work when she's this close to her due day? And the second she shows any resistance to what you ask her, you tell her she's a failure and needs to lose weight. In what world is that okay?
Hey now, I know what it looks like, but we were just joking around.
That's not what it looks like. I didn't see one time where you called her fat and she laughed about it. You did what you did because you knew you could take advantage of her. But I won't stand for this. You're going to regret treating my daughter like this.
Look, Haley, why don't you just tell me what hospital she's staying in? I'll head there right away if you just let me know the location.
No thanks. We don't need you to come. It's clear now that having you around here isn't in her best interest. You'll be staying away from her. I'll be watching out for her from now on, so you can just keep your distance and leave us alone. And don't bother trying. You won't be seeing her again.
Nicole, I wanted to apologize. I realize now that there was a lot that happened that shouldn't have. You have to forgive me. So please message me back and let me know you're okay. I'm really sorry about everything. I see now that what I did was wrong.
It's been a while, Crystal.
Nicole, it's you. It is you, right? I'm not talking to your mother or Sam or anyone else, am I?
That's right. You're talking to me right now.
Whew, I'm so glad to hear. I was worried about you. Sam was so upset with me that he hasn't been responding to my calls. I never got to hear how you were doing, but I'm so glad to see you're okay now.
You don't say. I can't say that I believe you, Crystal. After all, you only seemed to care about yourself up until a few days ago. Are you sure you're actually worried about me and aren't just trying to pretend you are?
Why would I pretend to be glad to hear from you? You're my daughter-in-law, and I've been doing a lot of reflecting while you've been away. I can see now that I didn't treat you how I should have. You know how blunt I am. Why would I be lying about this? Even if you're a little upset about what happened, I know you know I only did it because I care.
So that's how you see things? How interesting.
Since we understand each other, can you help your mom and Sam see that? They don't trust me, but I'm sure they'd trust you. All you have to say is that it wasn't my fault. I'm sure they'd forgive me if you told them to. So can you do this for me? You'll let bygones be bygones, right? There's no one else I can count on but you right now, so you have to help me.
Sorry, but after what happened, I don't have any intention of helping you.
But why? Things were going fine between us. Why would you want to throw that away over an honest mistake on my part?
Do you actually think what you did was an honest mistake? Because how I see things, you knew what you were doing.
Now, there's no need to get upset over things, Nicole.
How could I not be upset after everything you said and did to me? I've never been treated so poorly in my entire life. So forget it. I don't plan on having you live with me and Sam ever again. If this is the way you treat me after what I did for you, then leave and don't come back.
Hey, you can't be mad when you both agreed to let me live with you. You were the one who said it was fine.
We never thought you'd be like this. But now we know better. You wouldn't have stepped 1 foot inside our home if we knew this would happen. And we don't plan to make the same mistake ever again. Who would have known you'd be kind only when your son was around? But you've shown your true self, Crystal. Not that I wasn't suspicious before. You'd always say these backhanded remarks and insults to me when it was just the two of us.
I don't recall saying anything like that. Are you sure you're not just sensitive?
Then why were you always comparing me to others? I can't think of a single reason you'd act this way unless you had something against me. There's no other explanation.
If you were so upset, then why didn't you just tell me? You're being awfully unfair to me right now. All you had to do was say the word and I'd stop being so rude. This is your fault when you think about it.
You're half right about that. I wanted to have a good relationship with you, Sam's mother. I was worried what would happen if we didn't get along. But in the end, I dragged my face in the dirt for nothing. I did nothing but let myself get tormented by you when Sam wasn't around. But I know now that I don't have to put up with this. I'm done trying to deal with you.
Oh, come on. You know that I'm sorry, don't you? It was all just a misunderstanding. It's that simple.
No, it wasn't. You knew well that what you were doing was wrong. Why else would things have gotten so much worse when Sam left on his business trip? There's no other explanation. What, are you going to say that you happened to be in a bad mood the entire time he was gone? Sorry, but I don't buy it. Not after everything I put myself through.
How many times do I have to say that this was out of love, Nicole? That's all there is to it. Don't get so cross with me when I was only thinking of you.
That's your explanation for this, then? That's good to know.
So you forgive me? Thank goodness. I was worried for a second there that you wouldn't see my side of the story. But I knew deep down that you would never do anything that would cause me trouble. You're such a sweetheart.
You're wrong, Crystal. What I meant is that it's good to know that you aren't actually sorry for what you did. If you were really sorry, you wouldn't be making excuses for yourself. You'd own up to your actions. I'm not going to live with a person who I know has it out for me. If I let you back, it'd only make things worse than before. So find a new place. You're getting out of here, and that's final.
Wait! But I am sorry, Nicole. And where am I supposed to go if you kick me out?
I don't really care. That's your problem now. Just stay far away from me and Sam. We're done having to deal with your crap.
But I don't have much left in savings. I can't live on my own.
But you have something then, yes? Use that money and find a place to rent. Then get a job. That's your only option.
But there's a second option. We can start over. We can make everything right again. All you have to do is let me show you that I can be better. Can't you do that for me? I want to see my granddaughter's face. You can't cut me out of your life.
After enduring your treatment, I have no other choice. If you were really sorry, then you would have treated me like a daughter-in-law and not like your own personal slave. I can't risk raising my daughter with you around. I'd be so worried about her. So this is where we say goodbye, Crystal. It's over. All of it. It wasn't long after that Sam and I had our first child, Tiffany. She was born about a few days after we cut ties with Crystal. Of course, Crystal tried to do everything she could to change our minds, but she had no luck. We packed her things for her and gave her a day to find a new place to move into. It was close, but she barely found a new place to move to before she ran out of time. It wasn't anything special, of course. It's one of those crappy apartments you find on the edge of town. I'm sure she's not happy to live there, but she didn't have another choice. We never heard from her again after she took her things and left. And we don't ever intend to ever again. And if I'm being honest, taking care of a baby should be a lot easier than living with her. It hasn't been long since Sam and I had Tiffany, but we love her a lot. It's a big relief knowing she'll never have to meet my crazy mother-in-law. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe to see more videos like this in the future. See you next time.